I saw you on Democracy Now!
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was good.
Well, we're here to protest Israel's brutal attack on the Gaza Freedom Flotilla. You know, it's incredible the audacity of the Israel military, you know, attacking this humanitarian aid mission, and I think rightfully the global community has come out in strong condemnation of the action and have called for those responsible to be held accountable for their actions. But Obama issued a very ambiguous statement calling for more clarification, and you know, that's pretty weak for the leader of the free world to not recognize the gravity of this human rights abuse that took place a few days ago. So you know, I think we also need to send a message to President Obama and to the Hawaii congressional delegation that they need to break the silence and speak out against this crime that has taken place. You know, Hawaii congressional delegation has been very supportive of Israel over the years, uncritically, and you know, I don't think even something like this, I don't think that they can ignore this incident, and so you know, we need to see them publicly come out and condemn the attack that Israel committed against this flotilla. And you know, our good friend Ann Wright was over there on the flotilla, and so I think, you know, we're also here to pray for her safe return. It's tragic that it looks like 19 other activists were killed, were murdered by the Israeli military. But I'm glad that Anne was okay, and that she'll, you know, continue to be a witness for peace and justice. So we're here, and you know, and we have a kuleana to carry on the work that she's been doing. You know, Anne would go, and she did go, and we also need to be coming out and speaking out against for human rights and for peace. I think Israel. I've seen one article where it said that Israel took a gamble that they rather appear, you know, savage than weak. But in this case, I think their savagery is going to turn against them, and in that they're losing. They've lost tremendous amount of legitimacy in the eyes of the world, and so I don't see how a government, you know, can survive this type of atrocity and this mentality. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like what happened to South Africa. I mean, they just lost all legitimacy, and eventually it collapsed. And Israel's sort of heading down that path by their actions in Palestine, and as demonstrated by what happened recently, you know, with this flotilla.
Yeah. Well, what else? What else, Kyle, is important to get out to the community while I got you on the camera?
Well, you know, I think we got to remember the role that Hawaii plays in militarization and U.S. Network of bases that is the power of the empire. You know, this is the hub of the Pacific Command, and we're dealing with a lot of problems in the Pacific right now, with the bases in Okinawa threatening to destroy the reef at Henoko. The Chamorro people in Guam facing a tsunami of militarization that they're fighting against. And here on Oahu, we're still dealing with the impacts of the Stryker Brigade expansion, which is the largest military buildup since World War II here in our islands, 25,000 acres of land. And just recently, Native Hawaiian burials were desecrated up in Lihue, Schofield Barracks training area, in an area where cultural monitors told them, Hawaiian people told them this is a cultural complex, don't build this stuff. And they went ahead with it anyway, and sure enough, they desecrated some bones, and they're trying to spin it as they're protecting it. So now, you know, we have a fight developing there where, you know, folks are saying this is enough, they got to stop.
Yeah, they have no respect.
Right.
And that's what Israel has no respect for Americans, if Americans understand that, because when the vice president was down there and talking about the settlements.
Yeah.
And
right.
In essence, they told him to take a hike.
Right.
And you know, how embarrassing.
Right. So they, you know, and I think the thing with the military bases here in Hawaii is that they're used as a training area and a launching pad for interventions elsewhere in the world. So the troops right now are training for deployment to Afghanistan and Iraq, you know, and that's blood on our hands if we don't say and do something about it.
And they use this island for in the past wars as well.
Oh yeah.
Training people here and shipping them from here.
Pretty
Korean
much every war since 1898, Spanish-American War, Hawaii's been a major, you know, a launching pad for American imperial ambition. So, you know, I think that's the reality that folks in America need to also understand, is that the small island bases are really crucial for the projection of American military power. And if the peace movement is really serious about ending the wars, we got to deal with the occupation of these small islands that are used as military bases. Because this is the Pentagon plan is to control the planet from Diego Garcia and Guam by 2015. You know, and they're on their way towards that. I think we really need to have a fundamental shift. We can't just, you know, go for a small change anymore. We got to have some real change in our whole system, you know, and the ecological disaster in the Gulf of Mexico right now is just horrifying. And you know, that was sort of predictable that something like this could have happened. So we really, you know, we need to have a different paradigm of using energy and resources, becoming more sustainable. And right here in Hawaii, that means importing less of our food and fuel and becoming more sustainable in terms of energy use and in terms of food production. You know, shipping food from thousands of miles away is expensive. We may not pay for it at the cash register, but ecologically, we're paying for it. Socially, somebody's paying for that.
And the thing is that I've done a couple of pieces on the farmers market, and realizing now that 90% of our food is being shipped in.
Right. I mean, that's
totally outrageous.
It's outrageous, and it's a very dangerous and vulnerable position to be in. You know, and to think that Hawaii was once food self-sufficient with about 1 million people before contact.
Yeah.
You know, it's possible that we have land, we have water, you know, we have a lot of riches here that can sustain life, but we have to reorient what's our priorities.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Kyle.
Thanks.
And thank you for always being there.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Still here at the Fed building. We got another activist who has a couple comments for the community. What is it that you want to convey out to the community?
Free Palestine!
This is an opportunity. This is a great opportunity to bring consciousness to the people who are making decisions that is affecting so many innocent people. And this is our opportunity to bring consciousness to this world of what's going on. When people have loss of moralities, they can do anything that they want, and that's what's going on. That's what's happening. We have to make major changes in order to really create solutions. And a catastrophe like this is an opportunity for everybody to come together and focus on the solution. That's all.
Thank you.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!